What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Jackson. Let us go. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. Jackson. I'm about to get into this build, y'all. This is gonna be in depth, y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all the breakdown, everything with the tree. I ain't gonna explain too much on the tree. I'm just gonna give y'all my main skills and abilities I'm using in my tree and my glyphs and stuff like that. But like, comment, and subscribe, y'all, because I put a lot into this, y'all. This is my werewolf poison melee build. Let's get into it. It's OP, y'all, especially with poison damage, and especially with like regenerating heals and all that stuff like that. But enough of that, let's get into it.
Vampiric Power Undying, level 3. Casting skills heals you for 3.0% life. Double this bonus while below 50% life. Heal 1.5%, 2.2%, 3.1%. Vampiric Power Infection level 3. Hitting enemies with direct damage infects them with pox. Inflicting pox 8 times on an enemy expunges their infection, dealing 70, 105, 70% poison damage, and 30%, 50%, 70%. Vampiric Power Accuracy Touch level 3. Lucky Hit. Up to a 44.0% chance to inflict Vampiric Curse on enemies. Afflicted enemies have a 15% chance to spread it to other enemies. Vampiric Curses Stored Souls deal 200.0% increased damage. Lucky Hit 22.0%, 33.0%, 44.0% damage, 100%, 150, 200%. Vampiric Power Blood Boil level 3. When your core skills overpower an enemy, you spawn 3 volatile blood drops. Collecting a volatile blood drop causes it to explode, dealing 60% physical damage around you. Every 20 seconds, your next skill is guaranteed to overpower. Overpower time, 40-30-20.
And this was my best vampire power ability.
Vampiric Power Flowing Veins level 3. You deal 60.0% increased damage over time to enemies that are moving or affected by a vampiric curse. Damage 30.0%, 45.0%, 60.0%. So showing y'all my armor sets. All my power level is about 900. You can see yourself, but I focus on poison damage and being tanky over power. You can pause if you need to. One thing, I have Ancestral Unique. Gloves, Fists of Fate. Focus on attack speed. And Boots, Penitent. Greaves, leave a trail of frost that chills enemies. I chose these spirit boons for my playstyle. Gift of the Stag. Gain 10 maximum spirit. Swooping attacks. Gain 10% attack speed. Avian Rev. Gain 30% critical strike damage. Energize. Lucky Hit. Dealing damage has up to a 15% chance to restore spirit. Masochistic Lucky Hit. Critical strikes with shape-shifting skills have up to a 75% chance to heal you for 3% maximum life, 355. All my abilities, I use Claw, Generate Spirit, 12. Lucky Hit chance, 50% shapeshift into a werewolf, and Claw at an enemy for 22% damage. Modifiers, Claw's attack speed is increased by 15%. Claw applies 15% poisoning damage over 6 seconds. Shred Spirit, cost 35. Lucky Hit chance, 20% shapeshift into a werewolf and perform a trio of combo attacks. First attack, dash towards the target and deal 25% damage. Second attack, deal 35% damage. Third attack, perform a larger finishing move, dealing 70% damage. Modifiers, Shred gains 30% attack speed and heals for 2% of your maximum life, 237, if an enemy is struck. Shred's third combo attack is larger and applies an additional 70% poisoning damage over 5 seconds. Heart of the Wild, maximum spirit is increased by 9. Abundance, basic skills generate 18% more spirit. Predatory Instinct, critical strike chance against close enemies is increased by 2%. Digitigrade Gait, you gain 9% movement speed while in werewolf form. This bonus persists for 3 seconds after leaving werewolf form. Earthen Bulwark, cooldown 16 seconds lucky. Hit chance 30%, rocks surround you for 3 seconds. granting a barrier that absorbs 45% of your base life, 746 in damage. Enhanced Earthen Bulwark. Earthen Bulwark makes you unstoppable while active. Innate Rock Shrapnel flies outward when Earthen Bulwark is destroyed or expires, dealing 30% to surrounding enemies. This damage is increased by barrier bonuses. Blood Howl cooldown 15 seconds. Shapeshift into a werewolf and howl furiously, healing you for 20.0% of your maximum life. 332. Enhanced Blood Howl kills reduce the cooldown of Blood Howl by 1 second. Blood Howl also increases your attack speed by 15% for 4 seconds. Ancestral Fortitude. Increase your non-physical resistances by 15%. Vigilance, you gain 15% damage reduction for 6 seconds after using a defensive skill. Poison Creeper, cooldown 20 seconds. Lucky, hit chance 28%. Passive, one Poison Creeper periodically emerges from the ground every 7 seconds, applying 6% poisoning damage over 6 seconds to an enemy in the area. Active, vines strangle all surrounding enemies, immobilizing them for 2 seconds and poisoning them for 45% damage over 2 seconds. Enhanced Poison Creeper. Poison Creepers immobilize. Duration is increased by 1 second. Poison Creepers active. Poisoning duration is increased by 3 seconds. Robbie's cooldown 12 seconds. Lucky hit chance 50% shapeshift into a werewolf and perform an infectious bite against enemies in front of you, dealing 28% damage and applying an additional 23% poisoning damage over 6 seconds. Infected enemies spread rabies to other surrounding targets. Enhanced rabies. Rabies poisoning damage also increases over the lifetime of the disease, dealing 30% bonus damage at max duration. Rabies spreads 50% faster. Neurotoxin poisoned enemies are slowed by 24%. Toxic Claws. Critical strikes with werewolf skills deal 23% of their base damage as poisoning damage over 4 seconds. Quick Shift. When a shapeshifting skill transforms you into a different form, it deals 10% increased damage. Heightened senses. Upon shapeshifting into a werewolf or werebear, gain 8% damage reduction against elites for 5 seconds. Defensive Posture increases the amount of fortify you gain from all sources by 5%. Looping Ferocity. Every 6 werewolf skill hit critically strikes and deals 70% increased damage. Increased to 140% against injured enemies. I did not use any ultimate for a druid because it's a waste of skills points. Yes, I say it. What? You real big mad, who care? And for my Paragon, you can pause if needed. I use Prime for damage, Tenacity for maximum life, Tracker, Glyph for poisoning damage, Resolve for resistance to all elements, Natureborn for poisoning reduction, Werewolf Glyph willpower damage while in wolf form, Sinking Fangs and combo Toxic Bane, 20% more poison damage, Poison Resilience, 20% poison resistance and 4% to life. Heightened Malice. While there are 3 or more poisoned enemies nearby, you deal 45% increased damage. Ferocity, 20% werewolf skill damage and 15% critical strike damage. Lust for Carnage. Critical strikes with werewolf skills restore 2 spirit. Wild's Call, 5% attack speed and 8% maximum spirit. Regenerative, 8% healing received and 10% willpower. Bane Glyph, increase poison damage and have the 10% chance to deal double amount over duration. Feral, 20% werewolf skill damage and 10% willpower. Recuperate, 8% potion healing and plus 10 life regeneration while not damaged. Ancestral Guidance. After spending 75 spirit, you deal 30% increased damage for 5 seconds. Natural Attunement, 16. Maximum spirit and 4% maximum life. Resolve, 6% resistance to all elements and 10 willpower. Fang and Claw. Glyph grants 66% bonus to all magic nodes and Werewolf 12% increased damage.
Alright, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. It took me a lot to do this video, y'all. It took me hours to make this video. And I see you when I see you. Peace. I'm out.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I must wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a minute. I must wait a minute. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a minute. I must wait a minute. I must wait a minute.